After having the worst day of her life, a woman and her grandmother embark on a road trip to leave their small town existence behind in Tammy.
Hello, I'm Melissa McCarthy. Welcome to Made in Hollywood, and here is a clip from my film, Tammy.
The robber was 5'2", white, female.
Freeze! Nobody move!
Shoot!
Where did this character Tammy come from?
Well, Ben had the initial idea. He came down and had a dream, which was very strange and not what he usually does. And he said, I had a dream that you took a road trip with your grandmother and she was an alcoholic and she sleeps around and I think I want to write it.
Let's light this candle.
I was suggesting that we do something set in the Midwest. And once I said that, she was like, oh, I know, yeah. And we started to create this character of like somebody who feels like they're stuck in their life.
She's totally messed up. She doesn't take care of herself. She's thoughtless. She knows she's got to make a new start in life, but she doesn't know how.
Grandma, I don't know where I'm going. I've always wanted to go to Niagara Falls.
We wanted to kind of shake her up a little bit and, set her on a new path. And she was like, oh my gosh, I know, I think I have something.
And then, the more we kept talking about it, it just grew and grew and grew. And then finally there was an outline. And finally we said, I think we're really going to do this.
Melissa and I wrote it over and over again and kept rewriting it and rewriting it and rewriting it.
And through the writing process, we kind of figured out that we just wanted to do this movie about these two women that, they're both kind of stunted youths. Like, they both haven't really grown up.
This chowder is great. You come to a strip club and you don't necessarily think chowder.
And we said this is kind of a coming-of-age story, just one happens to be 67 and one happens to be 35.
How about a beer?
No.
Whiskey?
No.
Oh my God. You're pregnant.
I'm driving a car.
I love this woman. She had this life force about her.
She does have a life force, and I think that is what saves her. She has big appetites, and that's the good news and the bad news. And I think that at a point she was very important in Tammy's life, and then her substance abuse, whatever, got in the way.
Little birdie told me you might need some more beer.
Well, that's one smart little birdie.
Well, I know this film is a comedy, but it also had a lot of heart to it, and I appreciate how it was about relationships. So share with me how your characters fit into the mix of things.
I don't know that I would go so far as to say that I had a relationship.
There were relations.
I had relations.
Yeah.
You see my grandma? I can't find her anywhere.
You really want to know where she is?
No.
Oh, God!
I play a dude out on the road that Tammy and Pearl run into along with my dad, Earl. And, we kind of strike up a rocky beginning. She's ruckus and she's wild and she is unhinged from her life.
I'm like a Cheeto. You can't eat just one.
Look out, fish!
That's Lay's potato chips.
No, not for me. I love a Cheeto.
Tammy is one of those utterly unique and pure individuals. She says what she feels, it all comes out, it's all on the table, and there's absolutely no cynicism to her. And in a world full of cynics and guarded people, that purity is very inviting.
Give me some pies. Give me some of the good pies. No screwing around.
That's your finger, though.
Is it?
Nora sweeps in at the moment that they need help. And she comes in sort of like their superheroine, their guardian angel, and she helps get him out of a big fix.
You knocked over a topper, Jax. Do you want some pies? You want pies?
Yes, please.
But she's also kind of the heart of the movie, and she becomes a mentor to Tammy in quite an unexpected way. And she also is able to really set Tammy straight on a few things about how it all doesn't happen like that. You gotta work for it.
Your life sucks. Figure out what you really want and go after it.
So what was it about this project that you just loved being a part of?
I think that's, a combination of how good is the script and how are the people involved. And the third thing for me is, are they really nice and lovely to be around?
Mark Duplass called me, and he said, you have to do this film. I know these people, they're so great, and I had worked with him before, so that, cha-ching, And I like the sense of family, and I love going on location. I love everybody getting together and focusing really hard for 2 months or 6 weeks or whatever, and becoming like a family. And I could tell with this one that that's really what they were banking on.
Here, just throw the money through the window and we'll get out of here. I'm unrobbing you. I'm giving it back.
Oh my God, there's 2 of them. We're gonna need more pies.
Well, I like how this film is a comedy. You laugh through the whole thing, but it also has heart. How is this film a film of heart?
I think it is a surprise that they have those moments, especially because you've seen Melissa in very broad comedies. But I think maybe because we have a history, there's an investment in our relationship. The characters are complicated. You know, I supposedly had my daughter at 15 or 16, and my daughter had her at 15 or 16. And, you know, that's hard to be, I don't care what show you see on TV, to be pregnant at 15 or 16 and to be raising a kid is really hard, especially if you don't have money. So maybe some of Pearl's bad behavior is postponed from when she didn't really get a chance to party when she was younger.
To our adventure.
And it was a great process because they both kind of grew up together and stopped blaming the world and kind of became the best versions of themselves that they could be. And it made me kind of really love them. And, you know, I think everybody's flawed. So to watch someone try to not become a different person, but just become a little bit better is always something that you kind of root for.
You're gonna have to come with us. Let's go.
Oh, come on,
Let's go, ma'am.
man.
Are you serious?
There was a bee.
There's no bees here, ma'am.
There was a bee.
Made in Hollywood.